Today I'm going to show you a better close-up of making the little butterfly with his antenna. Okay, so you see the little antennas here. Alright, so we're going to make it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So when I did it the other day, in the other video, I watched it on the playback and realized I was not in where you could see my hand. So today we're going to make sure you can see the hand. So I will go off camera to snip this off, and I just snipped the head of it off. You can see that. You see the little head right here? Little tip. It's going to go off. This is the blunt end. This has got a little tiny head, you know, like a little tiny nail. So that has to come off. Okay, and then this is the tool that I used, and it's this part here that cuts, so it's a wire cutter. I don't know the brand, but go to Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby, that you can have it. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to hold this in the middle, and I'm looking to see, you know, just kind of estimating where it looks like it's in the middle. And then now I just want to take it and fold it up. It looks pretty good, so you see? Pretty even. Okay, so now, and we want to leave a little bit of a gap right here for now. And we're going to just take one end, my little tool, and I'm going to make sure you're going to see everything that I'm doing today. And we're going to just turn it, and grab it again, very end. We need a little tiny loop for the antenna. We don't want a big loop. And now this groove part here, put the wire on that, and then just fold it over. You see the little loop now? Where's my hand? Gotta stand up here. Okay, there we go. Trying to sit and do it, so I gotta keep, there you go. Alright, now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. We're gonna turn it, loop it in, like that. Okay. Turn it, see? And then just put it in the little groove, squeeze, squeeze. There's two little loops. Now we just made our antenna. Okay, now we're going to come down here. Just going to put that into the groove again. This end here. And I'm keeping my finger up here because I don't want this part to squeeze. I just want the bottom part to squeeze. Okay, there. You want that closed, but you want this to be open. Okay, now you take your little tool and just curve it back. Bend it back the other way. Isn't that cute? You just give a little bit of a character to it. Bend it as much as you want. Okay, I'm trying to get this a little bit more. Okay. Good to go. It's not rocket science here, people. Okay, now this one here, this is what I did. So if you can see the shiny, this is the iridescent. So now if you notice the difference, this was with the white gold, the Martha Stewart white gold. You see that difference there? You see it's more like a silvery. And then this is very opaque. Very, very glittery, but very sheen opaque. I love that look. Okay. There you go. You can see that on there. So it just gives a beautiful look. So what I thought I would do, and this here, all I did was glue the tip of this butterfly to the underneath of that one. And then I cut it out on the words on that paper, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to raise this butterfly up. And we're not going to curl his wings like we did the other one. So this butterfly is going to sit on here, but it's going to have the foam dots underneath of it to raise it up. And then I'm going to take the antennae, and we're going to put it right there like that. Isn't that cute? going to be beautiful. Okay, so we're going to use the same thing we did the other day, but if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Marsha. Welcome to Markets of Sunshine. And I'm going to just cut a little smidgen of felt off of this big piece of felt. This is the size you get from the store. And now I'm going to just even this up a little bit right here. Okay, and then we're going to turn this one over. Okay, perfect. And then the antenna are going to go in here. And then the felt goes on top. And the felt, once it glues to the paper, the glue sticks to the felt. And the paper, then the antenna stays perfectly. So as you can see on this one here, it's glued perfect. Doesn't come off. It's not going to go anywhere. Same thing with this one. It's glued in there really, really good. So we're going to work on this next series of videos that are going to be on my channel. Are all going to be about using our dies and using, making butterfly embellishments, making embellishments. And, all right, I'm going to zoom back out. Okay, I think, all right, okay, let me make a little frame section. I learned this from one of the other ladies. Okay, let me make a little frame. Okay, so that I know don't go below this frame so that you can see me. Okay, so we're all good up here. Over here. Okay, so this is my frame here. And over here, this is going to be the frame here. Okay, now, I told you about, you know, how expensive glitter is and the glitter glue. So lo and behold, as I was going through my Crafter's Companion card making kits, which I purchased from Home Shopping Network, which I tell you that in another video. You can go back and I'll look through my Home Shopping Network craft haul video, and then I talk about it more in there. So every kit, you know, comes with papers and gemstones, ribbons, envelopes, card blanks, paper packs. Usually there's 3 paper packs. I did open one box that I found this in, and it was actually only one pack of paper, which I found was very peculiar. But even on the back, when it tells you what's inside of it, the contents, it only said 1 pack. So I don't know why that particular month they went down, because it wasn't, you know, anything that they had put in there that was really expensive that would have, you know, made it take over the thing. So anyway, this is the exact glitter, the iridescent glitter that I was wanting to purchase. And look at it. I already had it, and I didn't even know it. I had it. So now I have the Martha Stewart white gold glitter, which you can get at Hobby Lobby, not Hobby Lobby, Michael's. I don't know if she sells it anywhere else. Kmart maybe? Yeah. Or not Kmart, Walmart. Kmart went out of business. So anyhow, so this is a good amount. I mean, so what I did yesterday to measure this is I have a 1/4 teaspoon measurer. And this is Tupperware, by the way, which I used to sell Tupperware years ago. So I probably used 1/8 of a teaspoon. Half of this is what I estimated yesterday. So do not use the whole quarter for what you're going to do, but, you know, 1/8 of a teaspoon. And look at that, it's still, you know, like full. So, I mean, you get a lot. And even though this is a tiny container, but I am going to make it last. And I'm going to use it sparingly. So I did the same thing that I told you to do. So here's my glue. And I haven't put the paintbrush in it yet to see if has it dried up or is it still good. So what I did is I had it like this. And then I put this on top to make the seal better. And so it's sitting over here on my table, and I just have it like that to keep it from drying out on me. So we'll see in a minute if it dried out or not. So what I did to make these little butterflies is I had in my Crafter's Companion card kit were all of these beautiful butterfly dies. Aren't they just darling? Look at this. Look at all the sizes that came in here. Teeny tiny butterflies. And then a banner here. A little ... the little loop-de-loop. You know how the butterflies are. So, and then it came with the stamp set. So the matching stamp set. Very, very cute. So all the little butterflies, the same exact shapes, all the little small ones. So I can stamp these out as well and then come back in and use the dies to cut them out so then I don't have to fussy cut that. And let's see. Oh, I had gotten, when I did this, it says handmade, but it's the T. They put R-W-I-R-T-H instead of TH. Then this came in the top of it, said handmade with the T actually there. And then it says, we apologize for the spelling error. Oh, that was pretty cute. Okay. And then let's see. From small beginnings come great things. As pretty as a butterfly. Isn't that pretty? Thank you so much. Beautiful. And then flowers. And then this leaf. Just a wonderful. So this set came right in one of my Crafter's Companions card kit. So I have that now to use. And so what I did, I took the dies and I used this cardstock, which was from, I got it at scrapbook.com. I don't remember if this was single sheets or if it was it wasn't a 12 by 12 pack. It was like in a side collection of some sort. I don't remember. So what were they, why they were selling it like that. So it was a 12 by 12 sheet. So it was double-sided. But you see it has all the little words on it here. So when I stamped the butterflies, just die cut the butterflies yesterday, I made sure that I was getting some with the words. So then this paper here, I would have to trim it to be able to go through my machine. And then I come in with the dies on top of that, and then that's how I made the butterflies. So just wanted to show you that. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to just take the regular glue. I don't want to use my glitter glue for this. And all of the little plastic bags that all my stamps and things come in now, I'm saving these. So just giving you that little tip. And then you can protect your work surface. I just don't like to have, I know everybody does things differently, but this is just a tip I'm sharing with you. You can do whatever you want to do, but it really works good. So, as you know, if you've watched me for a while, you would know that my husband made this tabletop for me. It was just the wood trim panels for the ceiling, and they link together, and then he nailed them into place and then painted it. And this is actually, the other side is smooth, but I wanted this decorative groove side. It's very pretty. So I just put this down now so I protect my surface. And I have to remember, don't move my ribbon. I'm like, what is that ribbon doing there in my way? I'm already forgetting. What is it there for? Yes, okay, don't forget. That's your frame. Don't go out of the frame. So what we're going to do first is you put the blob of glue down first. I say blob, whatever you want to call it, but that's what I call it. So put the little double of glue, and this was the size brush that I used yesterday to put the glitter glue on. So you can see that probably what, a 1/4 inch length. Put that over to the side. Now we're going to come in with the antenna and just decide which way you want your antenna to go. And you got to get him in the glue really good. Okay, and line him up with the body. Now come in with your piece of felt right over the top. And you just want to mash that down really good. You're getting the glue into the felt. Very, very good. Excuse me. And then the wire and then the glue are all getting cozy together there. Just want to work it in, make sure it's really going to stick good. All right, so then you put him to the side and you don't bother him anymore. All right, so we bring him over here. And then this is the piece that's going to go with this. And I'm going to use the foam tape. But isn't that so pretty? How I love that look. Oh, just love that. That reminds me of the road signs, like Route 66. I know they weren't, I don't think they were black. But anyway, I've seen them done in different colors. But that was really, really cool. I like that. All right, so let me get this over here out of the way. And then these are all the little itty bitty baby ones. Let me get these up here so you can see how cute they are. All the little different sizes. So it's just perfect that you would have a die so that you're not having to, I would never try to fussy cut that. Let's just be like, no, 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 no. So those are so cute. You still got a little piece of glue sticking off of him. I'm going to use these and I'm going to put them on to another tag, and I'm going to start using the tags on fronts of my journals. So I'm always trying to think of what can I do differently on the fronts of my journals, and so this is what I thought of would be really cute, is to put these glittery embellishments, butterflies, flowers, whatever, onto the fronts of my little journals. And most of the time I have, all right, let me grab one over here. Okay, so this one I haven't done anything with it. Now this is, I have the journal and the little notepad that I glue into this. And then this folds over, and then this folds over. And I generally make a sleeve, which goes around it, which I will be doing that also. And so then I put a stamp gratitude or grateful onto the sleeve, and then I embellish it with some kind of butterfly. So I thought that that would be really pretty to take this style and start using it to embellish. So obviously, something like that. Now that would look pretty with it. This would be very pretty. And then if I take the tag, let's just lay the whole thing out here. Okay, so here's the tag. All right, that's gorgeous just by itself. And then now here's the flower accent. And I can actually stagger this now. I'm just going to lay it around and see which way do I want it and which way do I want the butterfly. I want it this way. I'm thinking I want him to go this way. So it will have the sleeve that goes around it, but then this will be attached to the sleeve, so then it can come on and off. So I'm not really quite sure yet if that's what I want to do. These are just so beautiful and gorgeous. And I mean, you just want to be able to me, I would want to, I'm trying to think, how can I incorporate it so that, you know, it's not just permanently in place where you can move it, or making this a reusable journal cover. This is my goal. My goal is to make journals that once the inside has been used up, you can take it out and either put a new refill insert inside. So like with these little notepads, that I could do that, which I already have a style that you can slide the journal out. It doesn't stay permanent. Or make it where, okay, you've got certain mementos you want to save or keep. Say like if I use this for a gratitude journal. So every day you're writing in your gratitude journal, you're writing that day what you're grateful for, what you're grateful for, what you're grateful for. How many of you go back and look through your gratitude journal to say, oh yeah, what was I grateful for yesterday? What was I grateful for last month? What was I grateful for last week? You don't do it. I mean, who does that? Really, honestly. If you do that, I would like to know. But I would say 99.9% of us never go back and reread those gratitude journals of what were you grateful for. So, that being the case, and all of our junk journals, scrapbook albums, how often do you sit down and go back and look through the scrapbook album? I mean, I really, I only did it when my daughter was getting married and we got all the albums out and we sat down with my son and future son-in-law and we looked through it and said, oh, look at her baby pictures. Wasn't she so adorable? And then we went through every year and where we went and all that kind of thing. But that's generally when you do it. I'm trying to make it a goal and a habit with my husband, like on anniversary, maybe to sit down and have like a special anniversary album, and we go back through and we reread our cards that we wrote to each other, through the years or whatever. So I'm really thinking about this, how to really keep a keepsake journal. Maybe that's where I'm going with all this, is like instead of it just being a junk journal, maybe start making more keepsake journals and have pockets inside where you're going to put your anniversary cards, and then that's, that would be a regular, what's that word? You know what I'm talking about. Help me out here with the word. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a custom. That's the only thing. Tradition. Like, that's the tradition. Okay. So the tradition every year, husband and wife, you sit down, you get your anniversary album out, you read your cards that you wrote to each other that year, you stick them in the album, and then you go back and you reread some of the cards you wrote prior years. And maybe, if you're going to take pictures for that year and then say, oh, look what we looked like the year before, honey, or you have less hair this year, or whatever it is, So anyway, that is where I thought would be a really wonderful way to start utilizing my journals, so that the journals I'm going to be putting in my Etsy shop from now on will be more of these keepsake journals and tradition memory keeper journals, and that's what I'm thinking. So something like this, a beautiful embellishment. This is not something you want to hide inside of a journal. This needs to be the showcase, the centerpiece of the journal, or it can be like if this is the tag, and obviously like I did with this one over here, then this could hang, because I have to still glue this down to this tag. I didn't glue that. So then this could be tied to your spine of your journal, the outside, and then this is going to dangle, and that's beautiful. Now that's a beautiful showpiece, so you can always see that. But this is, you would have to be careful where you store it now, because you don't want this getting crushed and smushed, and then it's going to, mess it all up. So this the one I did with my evergreen journal, that would be beautiful on that. So I will be making these and putting them for sale in my Etsy shop. And if you're interested in purchasing any of these embellishments, then, be on the lookout for those. And if you want me to make you a custom order of butterflies, and it will be just the butterflies and not put on the little scallop, then I'll have a separate listing for that. There'll be a separate listing with them on the scallop, because you may want to do something different. Maybe you don't want to put it on the scallop. Maybe you're already thinking about, what you want to do with it. Maybe this as well, the tags. So I would have a listing with the tags, the scallops, and the butterflies, and then you can glue them, or you can do whatever you want to with them. So it'll be a 3-piece set, but they won't be glued together. So just keep that in mind. And so they'll come individually, but the butterflies will already have their little antenna, and they'll be ready to go. And then I'll already have them embellished, so that'll be like that. And then, but if, I'll sell these as, this is one set right here. So these 3 pieces will be one set. And then you can, if you want to place a custom order and you want to say, please, make me up 10 or 20 or 50 or whatever you want to do. Okay, so just let you know that that's going to be available in my Etsy shop, and I'm working on it. So obviously I want to have at least 10 when I first put the listing in my shop. So right now you can see I only have 2. So that's why I'm working on them with you today. And we'll do that. So this butterfly, let me see. Okay, that seems like he's pretty pretty well set there now. So I can turn him over, and I like the way the antenna's going. It looks really good. And now we're going to take this one with our foam dots, and let me see here now. I'm just going to raise it up with the foam dots. So I'm thinking just these 4 corners. So let's do that. So this will be a third butterfly option that will be available in my Etsy shop. Okay, and I love the fact that you can, play around with this before you actually glue it. So this one obviously would not need any foam dots. And I'm looking and I'm thinking it needs something in the middle for stability too. Okay. That's perfect. Okay, now what we're going to do, I always say we. What I'm going to do, because if you're following along, yes, you can do it with me. That would be a we, but if not, then it's me. What I'm going to do, all right, now this was also in one of my Crafter's Companion. Pearl accents, that's what they call these. Keep the little bag now. I need a place to start putting all these, bags. Okay, so yellow, I'm thinking, I don't know why, the pink, no, purple, no, yellow, yes. Okay, so we're going to go with yellow. And we do have 3 sizes in this, so let me see where, how, why. Okay. Put you right there. I'm thinking let's put the smaller one here. And then you want it has to be lined up, you know what I'm saying? You got to have it lined up. Okay, so let's just go with 2 of the little ones. The big one, it would be just 2. It just wouldn't look right. And get it off my fingernail. Bring him down a little bit. No, he says he wants to stay right where he's at. Okay, fine, fine, fine. All right, and now over here, this one has to have something on him. So we're going to come in here. Him off of my finger. Aw, isn't that cute? Yeah, it's adorable. Now, we could take a look at it. Okay. What do you think? Should I put any on the little ends? Oh, this is like, okay, now I know what I'm going to do. Okay, where am I going to put these? Okay, let's get the liquid pearls. Oh, just more. Okay, now, we have the yellow liquid pearls, or we have the iridescent, the white opal. Let's stick with the yellow. All right, let me come in a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Okay, all right. All right, that is looking really pretty. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. All right, I'm going to lay it down. All right, so we're just going to have to hold on to it down here. And then I will continue because I don't want to mess up my spacing. And now this will have to dry before I put it and glue the other part on. All right, that's it. Okay. Now that is just beautiful. So this piece now will go right on here. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so this will be that butterfly set. Now, to make this set complete, I'm going to show you the whole set right here, real time. So we're going to take this piece of paper here, and I'm going to punch out my flower. Okay, and the flower, we're going to turn it over, so then this will sit on top of this, because it would just be too busy. So this is going to sit on top of here, just like that, with the foam tape, and then this one will come on top of that. And then the tag will be another watercolor tag that I will emboss. Let me see, where do I have, I don't know if I have it all right here, so I don't want to start sorting all that, but let me get it. Okay, so here's the watercolor tag. It will go in the folder here. And then we will bring down the embossing diamond press. Beautiful embossed tag, and then we turn it over. So now here's the raised beautiful side. Okay, and now we're going to come in and we're going to add our glitter glue to this whole side. So let's see if the glue is still wet, or do I need to make another pile? So if it's not wet, then we've learned a lesson that we definitely will have to use it all of it up, because I don't want to waste this. It's still wet. Eureka! See? See my little tricks work. Lid on top, something heavy on top, makes the seal. Oh, feels good. Okay, so we're going to just come in here. Oh, this one is going to be so beautiful. So once it dries, I'll show you. And then you will see this will be set number 3. Pick that up so I don't want the glue going on my... I'm going to make sure I use that little puddle of glue up today, so that it's not going to be wasted and dry out on me. And I'm just staying right within the embossed area, which makes it real easy to apply it. And I put it on generously. This you definitely want a generous amount. You don't want it to be, you know, flat, smooth. You want it to be, but you want it to be smooth, but you don't want it to be stingy. You want to be generous. So I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll be doing my 400 subscriber giveaway as soon as we reach that milestone together. So please share my channel, because that helps me to get found by other people. So if you share it on your social media, just click the share button, and then you have Twitter, Facebook. You can share it in a Facebook group if you want. If you're allowed to do that. You can email it to friends. If you have a blog, you can put it on your blog. I don't know how to do it to Instagram, so because my videos are too long for the Instagram. But wherever you can share it, that would be appreciated. And then, of course, hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you get notifications when I upload a new video. And if you give it a like and a comment, that would really help me get found in search as well. So all these things you always hear people on the other channels ask, because it does help. Okay. Lay this down here and let it dry. Okay, now this has to have its glitter, so we're going to put the glitter on this side. Looks like I will probably use up this puddle of glue right here on this project. You can see the glitter already. So pretty. This is a real cheapy brush, so bristles are not, they're kind of like weird. Soft, but not, but you know, I don't know, stiff, but yet soft, but I don't even know what it is. It's just strange, but it's perfect for this project. So I said, yeah, I'm not going to use a good brush. I just want a cheapy brush, and I happen to get all these brushes from my mother, which was a very nice surprise. And it was from her neighbor. My mom doesn't keep anything like this. And our next Crafting with Friends is coming up this Saturday, March 20th. So if you're on my Instagram, then you can head on over there. It's by invitation only, and you can see what the qualifications are to be invited. And I host it on Zoom. We have a wonderful time. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's see. It looks like I missed a little spot right here. Hold it. Missed one of the stems right there. Okay. A little bit right there. Okay, beautiful. Now I did say in one of the videos, which I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to try it on the butterfly here that I've already done, or if I want to try it on one of these other little ones. Let me go over here with one of these other little ones. So what I wanted to try was to double coat it and see what it looks like. Since I'm trying to use up this glue here, so let me see. when all this dries together, we'll be able to see how did it turn out. All right, what else can I put glitter on? I didn't put any glitter on this one. What do you think? Should I put some glitter? Curious to see, will it show up, will the inking show up through the glitter? So we'll see. We'll find out. All right, just about used it all up. There we go. Okay, so let's use that all up. Now, I shall let it dry, and then I shall be back and we'll take a look. Okay, so I'll show you how much of the glue is dry, because I put it on thicker here, so you can see it's a little bit right in here, just a little bit lumpy still, but everything else is smoothed and flattened right out, so it looks really good. This looks really good. A little bit right there still needs to dry. This has dried really good, and I went ahead and adhered it, so now it has that three-dimensional look. Isn't that beautiful? So that will set right here if you want it. This is going to be a set, so these three pieces will come separate. This is one element, this is one, this is one. So three-piece set in my Etsy shop. And so I'm thinking it'll be $5 for this set right here. Okay. And then plus your shipping. Now these extra little butterfly pieces, I have more here that I went ahead and die cutted, so I'm thinking I might include some of these little ones in just as little accent pieces. And I have some little flowers, so I'm thinking I'm going to add some of that in with it, with each set. So I have all 10 of the watercolor tags embossed. So then I will go ahead and I'll put the glitter on these and accent those up. And I did a set of flowers with my die cutting machine. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 different flowers here. So we're going to glue all this up. we're going to put a new puddle of glue down, and then we're going to start gluing all of this. I want to make sure everything is where you can see it. Okay, so these are new elements pieces here. Just trying to separate everything out. That makes it easy for me to figure out. And when I die cutted this, I didn't realize it had this extra little beautiful 3D accent to it. So now it has an edge that is separated from it. So I was cutting it and then realized, wait a minute, that's supposed to be like that. So isn't that going to be pretty? So I thought you could layer that up. So that'd be a set of the flowers. And then tons more of the butterflies, as you can see, all right here, and flowers here. So I'm going to take the Mod Podge tacky glue, make another puddle of this, and then I'll be able to show you how much of this glitter that I actually use. Like I told you, it was about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I get my teaspoon. Okay. Tap that to make sure it's down in the bottom. Okay, so this is what I did. So I just scooped it in here, and I scooped about that much, and then I poured it in. I thought for fun, I'm going to add a little bit of the white gold and just mix the two and just see what we get. I'm going to blend it in. So I'm keeping it within the glue. I'm not going out, I'm keeping it in. So I'm bringing all the outside edge of the glue in to the glitter. Now that is all really mixed in there together. And now I can start swirling it a little bit more. Just want to keep blending it until you know you've got it really distributed really, really well through all of the glue. Alright, so I'm going to start. Oh, do I want to start with this one? Might as well. It all has to be done, so we're going to just do them all together. Now that I can see that it takes a lot longer to dry if I leave it too thick, so I'm going to put it on generous but less thick. So if that makes any sense. But when you do yours, then just, test it out. You'll do it a couple of times, and then finally you'll get the consistency and how much you're putting on your brush. And then you'll see. You'll finally learn how much you need to do. But I told you this was going to be a whole series that I'm going to be using this technique on all my projects, so every video is going to just be showing you different ways that you can do this. And as I was posting in the Facebook group today, Junk Journal Junction, it came to me something else we could do with this, because I posted a question and I said, how many different ways do you use glue, paint, ink, and glitter? So I'm really curious to see what the answers are going to be from the other members of the group. So if you'd like to join us, Junk Journal Junction, it's a private group because we do a random act of kindness and we have addresses posted, so that's why it's a private group. So I was wondering, and I'm trying to remember what it was. What was it that I came up with when I was posting that, and I thought about it, and I was thinking of all the different ways that I've seen different ones here on YouTube using, you know, inks and paint and all that kind of thing. I know we mixed, and I've seen this and I've told you this, but if you're new to the channel, you're hearing it for the first time. Gesso, you can tint your gesso with paint. So I'm wondering if I could put glitter in the paint. That might be the next thing I test out. So yeah, let me do that. That'll be our next video. We'll be testing it out. Let me put glitter into the paint, and let's see what we get and what I can do with that. What ways. I really don't use paint a lot in my projects, so I'm going to have to think about this and figure it out. What would be a good way? Just have a little chickadee came to the bird feeder. I don't know if you can see the bird feeder. And then a blue jay just came to the bird feeder, and there's a blue jay over on the little wheelbarrow bird bath. And a little chickadee came to the wheelbarrow bird bath yesterday, but the water level was a little too low. And it was going around and around and around trying to figure out how could he get the water without taking a bath. He would have had to go for a swim. Oh, so I had my husband go out there and fill it up, and then they were so happy. Then they came back, and they could stand right on the edge and bend over because his little tail was straight up in the air, and he still could not reach the water. It was so cute. I love my animals. So if you're an animal lover, then you'll love my channel because I always talk about my backyard wildlife habitat. And I showed you pictures the other day of some of my garden. So I started off the video that was straight out of my garden. I'm here in Florida where it's a beautiful weather other than when it's hurricane season and we're getting drenched, but that only lasts a day or two, maybe a week. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of a year we have. I haven't looked at the Farmer's Almanac to see are we going to have a wet year or dry year. I always check that out, but I haven't done it lately. Now that flower's imperfect, so, because that was before I realized it was supposed to have that decorative border on there. So that one will not be in the shop. I'll keep that one. But if I do another one, then it will obviously be complete, and I don't know if that one had a cut spot on it too, so anyway. But they're delicate. There you go. As long as you get your glue consistent, you know, then it dries without any like brush strokes or anything. So this is actually putting a seal on it, which is nice. I have a male cardinal that just came to the bird feeder. You guys are seeing the bird feeder. You're getting a show today. I don't know if you can see. Can you see through my embossing? No, you can't see past that. Okay. Yep, it's on the other side of the embosser. The way I have this camera attached to the little holder, if I try to move it, I think it would just pop right out. So can't show you. There's another section of the yard that has a lot of food, so I don't know why they're coming here. He may not have refilled it this morning. I don't remember, but he put a lot out there last night, so there should be enough. Last a couple of days. Alrighty. Doing good. We're getting moving quite along here. Now these little itty bitty tiny pieces, this is gonna be a mess. Because if you know me, I don't like to touch the glue that much. Alright, let's see if I can hold it with this. Alright. There you go. And I'm gonna get glue all over everything else. So these little tiny pieces I may not do. I don't know. I'll just keep seeing it if I can do it. Depends on my patience level. Do I want to be bothered with it or not? I love the way it looks, so I might as well. I found that using the dies in this manner and you can use a lot of your scrap papers and get every little smidgen. So you're really, I mean, this helps to take your money a long way. So, because these are, you know, you see how small the dies are. These flowers, so I could really squeeze them in on every little corner that was open. But I just love this, what the glitter does to it now. I mean, this is just like opened up a whole new world for me. It's like one of my friends on Instagram bought her some alcohol markers. Don't even ask me if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Oh, who? Is that right? You expert marker people out there. And she was so thrilled with that alcohol marker set. One end of it is a chisel shape, which when I saw that, I said, ooh, which I love calligraphy. And I had a set of calligraphy markers years ago that I bought at Michael's. And I used to love to, when I did my cards, and then I would write a, you know, sentiment inside, and people just absolutely loved that. And they said, oh, that is such beautiful handwriting. How did you do that? And I said, oh, with a calligraphy marker. So, I mean, it's like, you know, you just hold it in a certain angle and you get that beautiful effect. But And, you know, you can only get certain colors of the calligraphy markers at Michael's. I think they're like 4 in a set or something. I don't know. So, but I said, you know, I'm not doing calligraphy and anymore like I used to. I took some classes years ago with a friend of mine in the mall. Many, many moons ago, probably going back 20 years. And maybe even longer than that. How old's my daughter? Yeah. She might have been about 7. So, yeah. She's 30 now, so, yeah. Quite a long time ago. And I have a practice pack that I bought from Stamping Up. And I did do a little bit of it, but I don't get it out all the time. I don't know, it just didn't thrill me like I thought it would. Like it used to, so I don't know. And I haven't thought about incorporating it into any of my cards or whatever I make. In my Etsy shop, it was more just for my personal use if I was going to do it again in practice. Now this flower was on a piece of the cardstock that was, you know, obviously had holes in the rest of it. But I said, you know, there's broken petals of flowers. You know, we see that all the time in nature. So you can put a broken flower petal on whatever you're making. A tag even, you know. So like when I do this whole cluster and layer it, you know, I might have, you know, where I put it on a corner of a tag or a card, and then you have like the little broken piece. That would be cute. So I thought, you know, that's why I kept him. Same thing with this one. So, like I said, I utilized every smidgen of that cardstock before I threw it away. There we go. See if I can dig into the trash. There, this is what it was. So you see, I just kept putting the dies in every spot that I could on here. I mean, I had a little, I could have made it another one here, but I said, okay. You see over here, all the little bits and pieces, like an insect came and nibbled it. And the same thing with this one. So, I mean, I'm really going to make sure I'm going to use up my papers now and use these dies. So I'm going to go through all my Crafter's Companion kits, and they're in the closet, so I have to have my husband help me to get them back down. And I'm going to open them back up. I'm going to go through, and the ones that have either the embossing folders, which this came in one of my Crafter's Companions. I love it. She apparently loves butterflies, and I think that's what drew me to it, because when I saw how many butterflies she had, I'm like, she's a girl after my heart. And so the dies that are in the kits, not every kit has dies, but a lot do. And some have dies that I'm not interested in, like the kit that I'm going to give away for our 400 subscriber giveaway, that was more for like children, people with children, grandchildren, baby showers, that kind of a thing. So that's, you know, and I know a lot of you out there have children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, whatever, little. And so those particular kits that have those dies will be the ones I will put for my giveaways that I know I won't use. And, but you'll get the whole kit. So you'll get the cards, all the embellishments, the envelopes, and the dies as well. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to love it. Okay, so now all this has to dry here. So we're going to scoot it over here out of the way. Now, remember, this is the tip. Take a lid, put it over your glue puddle, set something heavy on top. This is, you know, just a plastic bag. Slide it over, keep it, you know, and then that will stay overnight and will not dry up on you. That's what I did yesterday, and you saw me use it. Okay, so now you see that I combined the two opalescent glitter, translucent, whatever you want to call it, and then the white gold. So we'll see what that turns out to look like. And this right here, I mean, this is like, I can't quite tell if it's, is it not going to dry? Is it going to stay puddled? Which is fine, because like if you take this and you put it on top of this, or if you take this and put this on top of it, you'll cover up the puddle, the blob. So that blob didn't dry like I was wanting it to, but that's okay. So again, and you could come in here with any paint, your alcohol markers, any markers, you could accent that any way you want. But isn't that beautiful? Look at that with just this butterfly. Absolutely beautiful. And with the flower here, and then the butterfly, just gorgeous. And you know, angle it wherever you want it to go, however you want it to be, straight, sideways, whatever you want. So that set there is now complete. And then I will take a ribbon and put it in here. I put pink in the other one that had the pink butterfly. So I don't know what color I'll put with this one, but whatever looks good. Maybe yellow. Probably I'll go with the yellow since I have yellow going on with the accents. And then we have yellow here in the center. So, okay. So now this set is just going to let that dry a little bit longer, and then I'll have that. So I have 3 sets completed now. So once I get 10, then all these will be listed in my Etsy shop. And they're $5 a set, so plus shipping. And then you can pick up whichever ones you want. So you're seeing what I'm making right here. Flowers, maybe these little accent pieces, these little, you know, I might put those in there. So just to give you more to, you know, pretty it up with. So thank you for being here with me today, and keep creating in the sunshine. And I hope you subscribe to my channel, and then you can enter the 400 subscriber giveaway once we reach it. And I'll post a new video once we do, with the instructions on how to enter. So have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.